House Republicans formally requesting transcribed interviews from the Biden administration as part of the probe into the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan. Foreign Affairs Committee Chair Mike McCall saying, quote, "We have determined these 5 individuals have important information that is critical to uncovering how and why the Biden administration's disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan resulted in the deaths of 13 U.S. service members and the injury of 47 others." Our next guest served in Afghanistan, Fox News contributor and Marine vet Joey Jones, and he joins us now. Good morning to you, Joey.
Good morning, Ainsley.
Good morning. So what is your reaction to this? Will we be able to see these reports and the descent cables?
You know, much like the border, the Biden administration wants to believe that this is not a scandal and it's not going to go away. The fact is, the American people, regardless of their politics, are devastated at the way we pulled out of Afghanistan. Most importantly, the 13 service members that died and dozens that were injured that we don't even know their names like we do the 13 that were killed in action. And all the Republicans are trying to do is find out how these decisions were made. On one hand, politically, to hold those accountable, but on the other hand, maybe we don't do it again. Maybe we put in contingencies. Maybe we review the process. Yeah. Exactly. And so the politics of this is what makes it disgusting for me. I mean, yeah, I lost my legs in Afghanistan, but I lost friends in Afghanistan. We lost human beings who could have changed this world and did in their death forever for the better. And to not honor them by being completely transparent is probably one of the worst things I've seen a politician, a president, do in my lifetime.
Well, what's your reaction to Blinken? I mean, we need to see these reports. We do need to learn from it. But why won't he release this information? Is it because he was warned before that this is going to happen?
He's already under their version of contempt, I guess. They have already asked him for a specific cable or group of cables that he's refused to turn over. And they've threatened to take action. This is the really ugly politics of it. What are you going to do to force the executive branch to comply with Congress? But that goes right back to my first point. Who are you as the President of the United States to not call your Secretary of State and say, give them what they need, let's open the door, let's open the books, like my old commander used to say, pull your pants down and show your moon if you have to. Show them what you got so we can get through this and figure it out. Well,
the president's up for re-election, so I'm sure he doesn't want us to see those cables. Tell us about this. This is so exciting, your new book.
You know, we talked about Afghanistan. I talked about friends I've lost. This is about friends that came home with so much on their heart, so much in their life that was changed. We've got my friend Greg Globusky in here who commanded a unit that had record losses. I've also got Amos Benjamin in here, whose brother Adam Benjamin served with Greg and was killed in action. My best friend Danny Ridgway served with all 3 of them. It goes on. The Gold Star wife of the Marine standing next to me who died when I lost my legs, my best friend from back home. 10 different stories of 10 different individuals who really have amazing stories, and they're not told because they didn't quite lose a leg or they didn't lose their life. You don't have to sacrifice at that level to sacrifice in a way that people need to know. What this is a telling of my story through these 10 people that were a huge part of it.
Yeah, and everyone's asked you, when are you going to tell your story? When
That's right, that's right.
Book? So now you have.
And I can't, a book about me may or may not be necessary, probably not, but a book about us.
It is necessary, but it's not your personality. You're so humble. It's called Unbroken Bonds of Battle.
Yes.
Pick it up now. You can go to Amazon or any of your local bookstores. Buy this now. It is on pre-order, so you'll get it on the day that it's released on the 28th, 27th?
June 27th. You can pre-order it now on foxnewsbooks.com. And if you do pre-order, reach out to me on Twitter and let me know, because I'm excited to see what do you think about it.
All right, congratulations. Your story definitely needs to be told. God bless you. Thanks for everything you've done for our country and all these men and women that you highlight.
It's about them.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.